I'm Milton from Team Flex, and today we're going to take a look at Fit Model and Bikini division and talk a little bit more in depth about what this means for all you bikini competitors out there that are wondering, with the introduction of a new division, what is it going to do to your division? What is it going to do to the criteria? What is it going to do for you on stage, and what do you need to know? So if you're a bikini competitor, you're watching, don't click out, hang out with me. We're going to talk some about Fit Model, yes, but we're going to talk about a lot too, what this actually means for you. So if you don't know, Fit Model division, brand new division that has come out just this week, just announced, and it's kind of taken the social media world by storm. A lot of people, a lot of opinions, a lot of ideas, a lot of people wondering what it is, how it's going to operate, and what it means for them either way. And it also kind of did create, in some ways, a little bit of confusion for a lot of people, wondering, okay, well, what do I do? What does this mean? Should I compete there? Should I compete somewhere else? I'll tell you what, as a coach, I coach for Bikini, Wellness, Figure. I would coach for a lot of the divisions, and what we do see is that a lot of people are wondering, hey, should I move here? Should I go there? At least we're getting questions, right? And there's a lot of people that are out there thinking about it for the first time that don't really understand it. They don't really know where to go. Well, this is hopefully a video that will clear some of that up. So if you look at my screen here, what you're going to see is Ashley K over here from her 2015 Olympia win. This is what is being called the standard for Fit Model, okay? What you'll see over here is Laura Lee from her 2024 Olympia win in bikini. This is what is called the standard for bikini today. So when you really put these two side by side, I think it's a very different look, a very obvious look for what is the difference of these divisions. What is the difference between what Fit Model is versus bikini? It's a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences as well. And, really the whole Fit Model division is kind of being created as an entry point for people that otherwise look at Laura Lee, look at the standard, look at other bikini comparisons and say, okay, this has gone too far. It's gotten too lean. It's gotten too muscular. Well, we're kind of flipping back to 2015 bikini in a lot of ways as the look for Fit Model. So if you liked that look, you like that look now, you were in the sport, maybe you want to come back, or you're somebody who's kind of been in the sport now in bikini, but never really found your footing, never really thought it aligned with you, Fit Model is a place where you can do that. One of the questions, though, however, is a lot of people talking to me about, okay, well, what is it going to do to bikini? Is this going to keep bikini criteria the same, or is it going to make it harder? Is it going to make it lesser? What is it going to do to bikini? So I want to give you my 2 cents on this and kind of just highlight that a little bit more overall and just give you some insight into realistically what it may do to bikini. So with the addition of Fit Model and that kind of being the flashback 10 years to bikini criteria, less muscular, less conditioning, less focus on things like tie-ins and suits even, right? The suits are going to be different, a lot of different things going on, different poses, so on and so forth. With that diversion back to 2015 bikini in a way, I think that we will see current today's bikini pretty much just be an established criteria, okay? Meaning that it will probably start to look a little bit more competitive. Okay, and the reason that I say this is because, whenever there's a new division, I've seen in my career, judges make a hard delineation between the divisions. If they're going to make, classic physique come, it's going to look a lot different than men's open bodybuilding. If they're going to add wellness, it's going to look a lot different than bikini, right? Which we obviously know today, bikini and wellness look nothing alike. You would never put those athletes on stage. However, in the beginning, everybody's like, maybe it is just a little bit more. No, it's definitely not. And so I think with this, we're going to see a big delineation here being created yet again. Meaning that bikini is going to really, really focus in on the criteria a lot now, and judges are going to be very strict so with that criteria to fit that. So that means the full hourglass shape, a lot more muscle in the glutes, the lower body, the shoulders, leaner, okay? Still to the criteria, but we're going to see it exemplified. If you're looking at these side by sides and, Ashley K over here and Laura Lee, and they look totally different, that's because they're gonna. This is, I think, what we will see play out across the board is, there's not going to be that ability for ideas of crossover, in other words, right? And realistically, they built this into the rules in a way. They said no crossover. They don't want you crossing over. They don't want you doing, Fit Model and bikini at the same event, so on and so forth. The Fit Model Pro card is not going to be eligible to move into the other, pro classes at that point. So again, they almost built into the rules this is going to look a lot different. So you got to realize that, okay, like that's going to mean for bikini, we probably get a lot more of a streamlined look. We get a lot, more muscle going. We get a lot more of that shape going. We get a lot harder in some ways. I think it will probably continue to just kind of stay where it is and push. Because, I mean, really, with Laura Lee winning Olympia anyway, that is kind of a message for that, because she is very muscular. She's also very conditioned, and she has, a lot of size. She's constantly pushed the criteria in a lot of ways, and now she's finally, nailed the win. But previous, she is coming in too muscular sometimes, too much glute development, too much this and that, and she brings this look and nails it. But this is still probably the most muscular and lean bikini that we've seen in a long time. Definitely more than Jen and Maureen as of recent. And if you look over here, this is 10 years ago, the Olympia bikini winner. We are already there. Bikini is pretty much being exemplified now as a very muscular, well-conditioned look that is definitely pushing the criteria in a lot of ways to the most that bikini's ever been pushed. Okay, so that's something to say. And I think with Fit Model coming in, which is a flashback to 10 years and a step to kind of, down in a lot of ways as far as muscularity and conditioning goes, an entry point for other competitors, this is going to be a hard delineation. I think it will be a hard delineation. I think shows will do that. I think that judges will really push that out. Obviously, there's just my opinions, but I think that we will see a very clear difference between a Fit Model competitor and a bikini competitor. In the beginning, probably not, because, there's going to be people competing in this in a month, and it was just announced days ago. And that's kind of how the sport works in the first bit. But as we see the divisions grow, we'll see that. And I think we will see Fit Model criteria, again, level up as time goes, because basically every division in the sport of bodybuilding has continued to advance. It's funny if you think about it, Arnold era, bodybuilding, which was men's open bodybuilding at that time when Arnold was competing in it, would now be considered classic physique. And open bodybuilding has gone light years beyond that as far as muscularity, size, condition, everything, right? So with that, there's a lot of differences to come, a lot of things to change, but I think we will get a bigger, more shapely, and leaner bikini look that is solidified as the bikini look without question. And I think we will see a very different look for Fit Model that is less muscular, a little bit softer, and they're really trying to make a delineation even with the posing and the suits and everything else. So I think we will see that play out at that level. So if you want to be in bikini, you want to do your best in bikini, you're going to level up. And if you have decided that the Fit Model look may be a better look for you, it's time to pivot that way, right? And if you're out there looking at these two divisions and you don't know where to go, okay, well, you're talking about more muscle and more conditioning in bikini, or you're talking about less in Fit Model, a little bit less muscle, a little bit less conditioning, but still the same shape. So realistically, find your spot, bring it in. And, a lot of people come to the sport for the first time, do Fit Model. Just go into Fit Model. Start there, see how you feel. You can always go up into bikini later on if you choose to do that. You can, it's not to say that you can't leave that division, right? Like the crossover means you can't do both at the same event. But you can, however, do bikini, at one show and then go do Fit Model at a different show if you want and see how things go, see which one you line in. You could do Fit Model and then realize, I don't like this, not for me, and go into bikini again and go do that at a different show. You can do those things. So realistically, this is my thoughts, my ideas. I want to know what yours are. What do you think? Where do we think we're going? And one thing, before I get a bunch of crazy comments on here, because we've been getting some crazy comments of people talking about this, before you say that this is a terrible idea and Fit Model shouldn't be here and it shouldn't be introduced and I don't know why they're doing this, just remember that at one point it was only men's open bodybuilding that existed in this sport. There was no figure, there was no women's physique, there was no wellness, there was no bikini, there was no men's physique, there was no classic physique. All of these divisions have been added as places for people to compete. Probably you watching competes in one of those that I just mentioned, right? And had they not added it, you wouldn't be competing at all. So just remember that when you're looking at these new divisions and you got all these ideas and these things to say, you probably wouldn't even be on stage if they didn't make you a bikini, a wellness, figure or so on, right? Because at one point it was literally just bodybuilding and that was it. So the new divisions come in for new people, and that's ultimately why also you should just not be too worried about this. You shouldn't be too concerned with this. You shouldn't be upset about the addition of a new division, because if you are, it doesn't affect you. You're well rooted in your bikini roots. You're well rooted in your figure, your wellness, or whatever it is you're trying to do. That's obviously the division for you. So focus on you, your journey, your bodybuilding goal, and let other people come play in Fit Model if they want to. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a place for everybody, and I think that is ultimately a good thing, because if we reacted this way, to every new division, there would be nothing but open bodybuilding right now today. And I think that that's clearly the wrong idea, considering unless you're an open bodybuilder watching this channel, you wouldn't even have anywhere to be able to compete. So end of story. I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Coach Ryan is out.